I'm just on the phone with my fiance, and she's like making cookies or something, whatever she's doing something, keeping busy. And we're talking, and I'm just like, and I was on mute for a bit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm in a party chat with Jerry and Jose, and they're just talking about the lore of Dragon Ball Z. And she just goes, that's disappointing.
It's spooky season, Dylan.
Spooky season?
I got a spooky joke for you guys.
All right.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of dead?
Live.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Woo! It's actually Friday night, but you'll see why we just made that amazing joke, that 10 out of 10 joke,
incredible
11 out of 10 joke.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Joystick Show. If you actually thought this was Saturday Night Live, I know the production value is way up there. You might have gotten confused for a second.
I mean, you were like, whoa. Yeah. I mean,
this is not 30 Rockefeller Center. No. This is, in fact, my basement.
I'm really glad you did not give out your address.
Yeah, no.
This is it's
no. A couple episodes back when Jerry was trying to find the best cinnamon roll in New York City, I put a little graphic up and I was like, guys, send Jerry your suggestions to his personal address, and I just put up the White House address, 1600 Pennsylvania, because Jerry is the president.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
I mean, we should put Obama's actual address.
I don't know. Yeah, wherever he fucking is, a Hawaiian mansion. Mm-hmm. If you want to stay up to date with all the Joystick goodness, go ahead and subscribe to Team Joystick. And if you're feeling a little nice, feeling good, go ahead and this episode, because it'd make us feel good. And stay tuned next week for our Halloween special. Ooh, nice. Excited. It's gonna be the 5th fucking time we've done that. It's kind of crazy.
That's
5 Halloweens, right?
That is kind of crazy.
It's kind of nuts,
that's
right?
That's kind of fucking nuts. Now that you think about it.
We'll make it a good one.
You put it that way.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna have a good one today. We're gonna talk some stuff. I'm gonna watch basketball behind Dylan because fuck Dylan. One day I'm gonna get a mirror behind me so Dylan can watch backwards sports.
Oh, great.
Like, is he on first or third?
He's on both. Yeah.
But and also shout outs to Joey, who's not here right now. I told Joey to film a video of what he's up to. So real quick, let's see what Joey's up to. Cool. Nice to see that Joey's up to that. Hopefully he sent something. If not, I have to film something. Maybe I have to dress up like Joey.
I think he's already put stuff in our group chat that we're going to use. So.
I mean, yeah, Joey did go to Comic-Con. That's not where he is right now. He's currently on a plane heading to Vegas, of all places. It's just also funny to envision Joey, of all people, going to Vegas for the weekend. But it's not for, like, the typical Vegas experience.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to just for me, just do a sports bet for me. Just put one on the table.
I don't think he would know how that works. I don't think he'd know where to go.
I didn't know what to do, so I gave you your money back, Dylan.
I gave it to charity.
Yeah.
But shout out to Joey. Hopefully he's able to enjoy the what is it, When We Were Young fest, the emo fest out there. I'm
honestly jealous.
No, I mean, but it's
supposed to be less of a fire fest this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you follow along last year, it was very brutally interrupted by a not so serious sandstorm.
Yeah, so there was only a one day that they ended up doing it, which was the one day that Joey didn't.
Shout out to Joey just getting scammed by everything lately. Just fucking,
right. I mean, then again though, you gotta buy if it's When We Were Young festival and it's the first ever one, and half of the bands backed out.
Between When We Were
don't go or buy both days.
Between When We Were Young, Activision, and Six Flags, I'm feeling for Joey right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. He needs a win here.
And on the topic, go ahead and subscribe to youtube.com/spooky chords. Our boy Joystick. That's why we're named that. Joey Stick. Yeah. Shout outs to Joey, our own resident spooky boy, has started his own solo commentary YouTube channel where he talks all things spooky. He has 2 videos up right now. You could go check him out talking about The Scary Godmother, that really old, shitty looking fucking movie that used to play on Cartoon Network for Halloween. That was actually pretty decent. And Jimmy Fallon's Nightmares, which he talked a little bit here, but goes more into depth on that. Check that out. Proud of the boy. And Jerry, when's your solo YouTube channel, bro? When's coding? A lot of work. When's coding with Jerry, bro?
Then again, double work. Not even like
literally double work.
Well, no, I mean, Jerry has a market. There's this guy on YouTube that I watch. I know Jerry's probably, his name is Too Lazy to Try.
Yeah, I love that guy.
And basically, he just goes over YouTube and podcast drama, and he doesn't do any edits or anything. Yeah. He just puts a photo of George Costanza up, and that is the entire video. This dude makes bread. He gets hundreds of thousands of views.
And his tone is like he's just like kind of like slumped in a chair, like, all right, so this
guys.
is what's going on with this, guys.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
I think that Jerry does have a similar
for sure. You get it, man?
There, you know?
Oh man.
Oh shit, that's great. Anyway, Dylan, you said you wanted to start off with a bit of a review, so to speak.
Yeah, I like when Bobby always sees like the resident guy to do the movie reviews. Right. I'm taking that throne for at least this week.
What are you reviewing?
I'm reviewing a movie that I saw on Wednesday. This was originally supposed to be the Joker viewing. I was supposed to go finally see Joker.
Have your own opinions on it, but
doo-doo, you know. I do want to form my own opinions on that. But no, I noticed that there was a movie that came out called Saturday Night, which I remember I saw the coming attractions for, but it was essentially the fictional telling of the first ever taping of SNL in 1975. Jerry, what do you know about SNL? What do you know about it?
I know that it has spawned like a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
For example, like Andy Samberg.
Yes.
I know he just got back, right?
I'm sorry, it's just really funny that's the one that Jerry picked.
He's back, right?
He's like all kinds of legendary comedians like Andy Samberg. Yeah, Lonely Island put out like their first new single in forever.
Oh man.
But yeah,
it's also on Saturday nights and it's live.
Yes.
That is correct.
That is true. Yeah, so first off, like in concept, this movie's a 10 out of 10. I mean, just the idea of it, right? You hear it in your head. You're like, oh, that's like a real, like, that hasn't been made already, or like a similar thing hasn't been made.
But in execution.
Exactly. It is, in execution, it's not a 10, but it's very fucking good.
Cool.
In execution, I will say, Bobby, have you seen the movie Birdman by Iñárritu?
Yes, I have.
This movie's like 75% just that movie. So the way,
in the sense that it's like one take.
So it's not one take, of course.
Yeah, but
it has that similar. It has the flow of a one take thing because the whole thing is that it's literally the whole movie is real time 90 minutes. Like I know it's probably not 100% exact, but there's times where like their bumper per se is the ticker going off of. Like,
you know who directed this movie?
I forget his name, but he's
it's the guy who did Juno, right? I think?
Yes, he's done a lot of those kind of movies. Okay. I want to watch the rest of this guy's directing repertoire because he has a very interesting style. Like I said, it's Birdman just because it's like it's the creation instead of a theater show, it's a TV show. It takes place literally 2 blocks away, Broadway versus 30 Rock. It's like that's like a 2-3 block walk, you know? So it's like a lot of the scenes. Like there's even one scene in this movie where they go to like walk to the bar next door and it literally mirrors the scene in Birdman where they go to the bar next door.
Oh shit.
But besides that, I'm not really going to knock a movie for originality when it's like the whole concept is a piece of media that already exists. I'm not really gonna knock it for that. Like vibe of this movie, I would describe it almost like a Linklater film. So like,
it's funny. That's the first thing that came to mind when you said the 90 minutes thing. I was like, it sounds like a Linklater film.
So it's like,
what does that mean?
So like School of Rock vibes.
So
you seen
Richard Linklater is the director who made School of Rock with Jack Black.
Okay.
But what's funny is a lot of other Richard Linklater films kind of spawn around this idea of being in like a set time. So like his movies will just be like they'll take place in a night or they'll take place in over a year or something like that. It's always time based with him. So School of Rock is like a weird example because it's kind of like the one movie he didn't do that with.
Yes.
And it's also the one that everybody knows him
for.
Exactly.
But it also matches all of the other themes in his movies where it's like it's an ensemble cast, it's a period piece. Yeah. The vibes of the cast are somehow immaculate. You're like, are these guys all fucking friends? Like how like you know, sometimes you can kind of feel that it's like, oh, these are just a bunch of actors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the movie is absolutely like I don't even know the word to describe it, but the best way I could say it is that like it's super predictable. Like this movie, because it has that structure. There's even like meta points in the movie where like at one point Lorne Michaels and some of the cast meets all of the executives from NBC, and he's like, I really don't have time for this, and he's like, just give him a little bit of time, and he's like, 3 minutes, and the scene is literally 3 minutes. Like it's like they tell you what the scene's gonna be, and with all of that, it's like I actually like that, you know. Like in any other type of movie, I feel like I get annoyed. It's like if someone's telling me and not showing me, or if they're like, you know, if I know what's going to happen, usually it's like, why am I watching the movie, you know? But in this, I knew exactly what was going to happen next, and I wanted to see it. It was like, oh, how are they going to go about this? Or how will the character interact with this, you know?
So they played on its predictability.
Exactly. So it's like the movie, you know what's going to happen, but you're like, the movie is a little unpredictable. It's 100 things are happening at once. So it's like, you really don't know how people are going to react to certain things.
Is Lorne the main character, so to speak? Or
the camera is following Lorne at all times.
Got you.
Almost every scene has Lorne in it, or Lorne will be the part that like we'll get from point A to point B is because we're following Lorne from this place over to that place.
Gotcha.
Like he's like the thing that moves the
Damn,
plot
I really
along.
want to see this movie now.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
This is totally up me and Dylan's alley.
Yeah,
It's like,
and it's like the movie finds deepness in that. Like the movie's completely structured. It takes no risks. Even with the jokes, there's like 3 or 4 crude jokes, and the rest of it's kind of PG. There's only like a few that are like really like, oh, that's kind of like. It's almost like there's scenes where like it's vulgar and it feels almost out of place. You're like, oh, this is a bunch of kids making a show, you know? It doesn't feel like that vulgar, you know what I mean? But there'll be times where it's like, it will be a joke in the movie, but then it will be a joke on the show to show like the producers or something, right? Or it'll be like a joke that Chevy Chase has, but then Chevy Chase will be like making a thing about like his personal life or something. And it's like, it just feels a little bit deeper than that, you know? Yeah. But overall, like I didn't even talk about the characters yet. Like the acting.
the characters.
The characters. So everyone in this movie is an ensemble cast playing an ensemble cast. So everyone's playing like the actor from the 70s.
I think I saw like Nicholas Hoult played Jim Henson or something like that.
And kind of everyone fucking nailed it. Like they all did like almost not perfect, but like very, very spot on, you know, impersonations. I mean, their personalities are a little different. Like John Belushi's the one that everyone pointed out was like in the movie he's kind of like a prima donna.
Gotcha.
So he's like, oh, you know, you have me in like this beat costume. I'm supposed to be like this actor, blah blah blah. Even though John Belushi was not like that at all.
Gotcha.
He was literally down to do anything. But they still get that kind of crazy, he'll do anything kind of mentality out of him. But like everyone was incredible. I mean, they had a guy doing Jimmy Carson, Andy Kaufman, like you said, Jim Henson. Billy Crystal, George Carlin. They did the musical acts. They literally did like everyone, and they like absolutely killed it.
Who would you say is your favorite SNL cast member?
Whew.
All time.
It's kind of a loaded question.
Well, I feel like let
Jerry,
me.
there's been like thousands.
Yeah, but
like,
I think an important thing to note is you can't, and this is at least my understanding of the question, I think you have to keep in mind only their contributions to Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
It can't be someone who did Saturday Night Live and then had an incredible career afterwards. Because, like, Will Ferrell, love the guy, one of my favorite comedians and actors, but I love a lot more SNL actors before him, like, coming to mind. If I had to say personally, I'm going to give it to Bill Hader. I think Bill Hader is like the perfect embodiment of what a good SNL cast member has to be.
And he wrote too, so it's
funny.
really...
He has writing credits. He knows how to direct. On top of that, his impersonations are insane. Second, I would probably give to Armisen. So like that was my favorite era in general.
I mean, that era, I'd also give it. I'd give it to one of like the generic guys. So I'd give it to like Forte or Sudeikis. Just because it's like they did everything.
Yeah.
And they were like
Forte's a legend too.
They
absolutely.
were just a constant like person in every sketch.
Part of me wants to give it to Forte just for MacGruber. Like such a legendary fucking character.
So stupid.
Literally got a movie and a full TV series. You can't get mad at me. And the movie came out, people said it was garbage, and now people watch and they're like, this movie's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just a stupid movie, but
anyway. So what do you give the movie?
Fuck. I mean, like I said, probably 9.
Nice.
I'll give it a 9. There's a couple of things I would change. The dialogue is a little corny at times. Like it doesn't really, but like the jokes are funny. Shout outs today did get some big actors. Like I did like that every actor was like an unknown kind of. Yeah. So it kind of fits the structure of like the people on SNL were also unknowns.
They're up and coming.
Exactly. So it's that same vibe. The guy, I forget who did the musical act for the first episode, but the guy who plays that does the music for the movie too. Cool. So it kind of like encapsulates it all.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. I'd give a shout out to the big actors of Willem Dafoe, who plays a NBC exec, and then also J.K. Simmons is in the movie.
Oh, dope!
And he has hair. It's fucking great, bro. It's hysterical.
That's awesome.
He plays like a washed up, like a gross, like he's like a big, like a TV personality from like the 50s.
Okay.
And now he's like old and kind of still a perv.
Gotcha.
I gotta check it out. 9 out of 10. If I was being specific, I'd probably give it like a 9.1 or something. But I'm not doing.
We don't do that.
I'm not doing fractions.
We round. I was also just gonna say I didn't know. Just to answer your question before, Jason Reitman, or I don't know how to pronounce it. Reitman. His filmography encompasses 5 movies. Thank You for Smoking, Juno, Up in the Air, 6 movies: Young Adult, Saturday Night, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. Ooh. The 2021 Ghostbusters movie, which I find incredibly interesting considering he is the son of Ivan Reitman, the director of Ghostbusters 1, 2, Meatballs, Stripes, all those legendary movies. So shout outs. Runs in the family. All right, got to check that out.
That's a pretty good filmography too. Thank You for Smoking, Juno. That's good.
Really happy that Dylan was able to review something and dethrone me. Now I'm going to review something and dethrone Dylan and be the review guy again. Fuck you, buddy. It's kind of like a fake review that I want to give.
Oh, okay.
It's for a show that's still ongoing. Okay. So if you remember about 5 weeks ago, I gave a very preliminary review of the first episode of Agatha All Along. Right. Disney Plus's brand new Marvel show.
We did this in the podcast?
We did. It's how forgettable it was, Dylan.
I do not have a single ounce of memory of this,
so last night, I believe the 5th or 6th episode premiered. I think the 5th, in a total of what I think they said was going to be 9 episodes.
Okay.
So basically, this is just, it's not really a review. It's just like a midway check-in, All right. What I want to say about the halfway point for Agatha All Along. And it's hot garbage. That's what I really have to say about this show.
Wait, really?
I'll elaborate.
Okay.
But it gets really weird, all right? There might be some spoiler stuff here. There is going to be one major thing that is spoilered, so I'm going to, or get spoiled, so I'll throw up the alert here if you want to skip to the next chapter.
If it's shit, who cares?
Go ahead. But, I'm just being real, and I feel like if there's anybody's opinion here that you should take about the Marvel stuff, it's me. Because,
and also, there's stuff that people have shitted on, and you defended it to death, so exactly. I think that this is valid.
Yeah. So, here's the deal. Agatha All Along, show that features Agatha Harkness, Catherine Hahn's character from WandaVision, the villain. Now she gets her own series. And the whole spiel is she meets a character who for the first 4 or 5 episodes is simply referred to as Teen. That's his name on the show, Teen. He's a 16-year-old character. He's gay. He wears eyeliner. He's kind of like goth emo-ish, so to speak. I'm new in town. But anyway... he finds Agatha, and if you remember from the show WandaVision, at the end of that series, Wanda puts like a spell on Agatha where she permanently traps her in that town, like living out a fake life on loop instead of getting to live as her actual self. So Teen has something to do with breaking the spell and Agatha's back and yada, yada, yada. And his whole thing is he wants to go on this thing called the Witch's Road, which is some like magic, whatever. It's like this magical pathway or trail.
Like a Rainbow Road, bro.
You need like a coven of witches to be able to access it. So the second episode is like them getting like this whole team together of witches.
I'd get pissed watching that, bro.
For what it's worth, the first 2 episodes aren't bad.
Okay.
Like that's not where it starts to lose me. The 3rd episode is where they end up on the Witch's Road, and then it's like this like series of trials that they have to do. But this is where it starts to get fucking stupid.
Okay.
Because they're all like really repetitive, and it feels like they're formatted the same. Like there's a house on the road, they go inside the house, all of their clothes change, and then they gotta solve some shit, right? The first one was cool. It's like they get poisoned or something, and then like their brewing witch who makes the potions.
Wait, so is it all crammed in one episode, or each episode is a thing?
Each episode is like a trial for those episodes.
Oh, okay.
So then the first one is kind of cool because it's like, oh, she has to like brew a potion or some shit, right? Okay. But then the second and third one, like the second one is literally they have to play a song. So they play a song in like a studio, like they're like, you take drums, I got guitar, and it's like I was like, oh my god. And then if that's not enough, they sing that song in the first episode to open the road in the first place. Then in that one, they sing it with instruments, so it's like a whole thing. And then they bring the song back again in the last episode that came back. So I'm like, I literally told Mildred, I was like, I'm sick and fucking tired of this song.
Oh my god.
Regardless, where it really lost me was last episode, the one that came out before this week.
Number 5,
I believe. Okay. So this is episode that goes to the third trial. The first thing that got me absolutely upset is they're like, we're never going to make it on time. And they're like, not if we use brooms. So the teen is getting excited because he's like, we're going to use brooms? Like, oh my God.
Oh, of course the gay guy gets excited.
So they're just like, they're breaking big like tree branches off the sides of trees and shit. And they're getting ready to like fly on it. And they're flying like over the moonlight and shit. And when I say this had to be one of the worst CGI scenes in Marvel I've ever seen in my life, it was like on par with that shot in Spider-Man 1 where it's like clearly a mannequin of Tobey's head and Kirsten Dunst's hair is flying the opposite direction. Like, it was horrible to watch. I was in awe. I was like, what the fuck is this? You're Marvel, man. Like, pour some money into this shit. Then the whole rest of that episode is just weird and fucking garbage in my opinion. However, this week's episode may have saved it. And the reason I like this week's episode is because it completely follows Teen. It's like a flashback episode that shows his whole spiel. Okay. And one thing I was talking to Mildred about is I actually really like the actor who plays him. I don't recognize him from anything else. I think he's a fairly like up and coming young actor. But the episode reveals some crucial information about this kid. Mm-hmm. Basically, you find out that when he was 13, he had a bar mitzvah with his parents. You know, they threw him like a big party. He's Jewish. And then while they were at the bar mitzvah, and this is a spoiler, remember, put it again, they got an alert for the event that happens at the end of WandaVision, like the big fight in the sky that makes that big red dome and all that shit.
Right.
So everybody at the party has to evacuate, and they're leaving. And as they're leaving, the father of the kid gets distracted on the road and gets into a car accident that slams a tree into Teen's side of the car. So the mom and the dad wake up, but Teen is like severely fucked up. Like there's blood all over the window, blood on his face. He's like not waking up or whatever. So they're like, he's not waking up, yada, yada, yada. So after a few seconds, he finally like opens his eyes and he takes a breath and he's cool and all, but now he can like read his parents' thoughts and stuff like that. And he has like amnesia, so he doesn't really like remember his parents that much. So it's kind of like weird. And this is where like the psychological elements start to come into play. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, where's this going? So basically you find out that he actually died. Like he died when he was 13. However, because of the events between Wanda and Agatha's fight and because of how powerful both of them are, Agatha actually took Teen's body and put the soul of Billy Maximoff, her son, in it. So he's Billy Maximoff, the son of Scarlet Witch and Vision, of a different kid. And you find out that not only did that happen, but somewhere out there the same thing happened for the other kid who had the super speed powers, Tommy Maximoff. So the big reveal in this episode is not only that he's Billy and the son of Scarlet Witch, but that he's going down the road in the pursuit of finding his brother, who also exists out there somewhere. So it kind of won some points for me because I was like, all right.
They made it okay.
Wiccan is a pretty important character in the Marvel Universe. I know they're trying to do the Young Avengers thing. So I was like, cool. I gave it the 2 thumbs up for that. That's where I'm going to leave the check-in. And right now I'm going to put Agatha All Along at a 6 out of 10. Okay. Before this episode, it was at a 4.5. So it gave it a 1.5. But boost, yeah. Meet me back in 3 to 4 weeks where I'll give you the full spiel. Okay. It could be a 9. It could be a 1. We don't fucking know.
Okay, what if the Maximoffs make a family band?
And they sing that song
they
again?
go to the studio. They actually go on a tour.
I'll never watch another Marvel production again. I promise you that.
They have a 2-hour-long set and it's just that song.
Yes, but that's my spiel for that. That's all I have to say.
Man, I don't know what the last Marvel thing. What was the last? Oh, besides Deadpool. Yeah. But you know, that's like everyone's a little slightly separate. You know.
Before that, we saw the Marvels.
You know,
the Marvels. Damn, that was a while ago though.
It's another mediocre movie.
Yeah.
Jerry, what are you reviewing?
Dragon Ball Z. That game is fucking amazing, man.
Oh,
Dragon Ball Z.
So nostalgic.
Sparkling Zero.
I'm just in a fucking party chat. I'm in. I'll divulge this information because it's hysterical. So I'm just on the phone with my fiance, and she's like making cookies or something, whatever she's doing something, keeping busy. And we're talking, and I'm just like, and I was on mute for a bit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm in a party chat with Jerry and Jose, and they're just talking about the lore of Dragon Ball Z. And she just goes, "That's disappointing."
That's my childhood, man.
Yeah.
I played like all of them growing up. At least like, all the console ones. That was like.
I was about to say that's a sick review, Jerry.
I was raised on that shit, but it's like super nostalgic. It's like, it's not like Budokai. It's like the ones where you fly around and shit.
Yeah.
But the story mode is like, you just click a mission.
But to be fair, Sparkling Zero, isn't that like the English translation for Budokai, I think, or Tenkaichi?
Yeah,
or something?
I've heard that. I want to know, but
point is, isn't this supposed to be like the fourth of those games?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the fourth.
But it plays like the newer ones, right? Like the Arena Fighters, whatever they're called. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know if. To be honest, it's been so long since I played those.
Yeah, it's like the guy's in front of you, not to your side.
Straight.
Yeah.
God, it's just Melee's the best. That's all I have to. That's all I have to say about that. But
Melee's alright.
Also, on the same topic of this, fucking Rivals is coming out pretty soon. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be divulging a lot of time into that. Rivals of Aether 2.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever seen Rivals 1?
Yes.
Have you seen Rivals 2?
I've played Rivals 1 before.
Have you seen Rivals 2?
No.
So they took like a new approach where they changed the art style to make it more like CGI 3D-ish, kind of like give it its own identity, so it's not like sprite work anymore, but also like the technical aspect around it plays very fast. Not, I wouldn't say like Melee, but similar in terms of flow to Melee. And everybody's very excited about it, including myself.
A lot of good games coming out soon.
2 Rivals games. I really want to play that and Marvel Rivals in December.
Slay the Spire 2. Good stuff's coming out, man.
I want Hades 2.
Forgot about that.
This has just evolved into games we want to play.
I want them now.
Half-Life 3. Also, I'm not furthering this because this is literally just evolving into random video game talk.
No,
I was gonna say, did you see the especially you? Did you see the Overwatch My Hero skins?
Yes. I didn't see who they belonged. The only one that I could recognize was Reinhardt, obviously.
Yeah, All Might is cool. Reinhardt is All Might. Deku is Tracer.
Oh, okay.
Uraruka, is that her name? The gravity chick.
Yeah,
She's Diva.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I don't remember their names, but the villains, the one with the guy who has the hand on his face, that's Reaper.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And the girl with like the needles and the long blonde hair, the main girl villain, that's Kiriko.
Okay.
And they all like
that
fit the characters really well.
Does.
Like they actually look like the characters. Right. I was like, damn, they did this very good. And I was like,
I want the Reaper one.
I showed Mildred last night, and then I was like, it's still not enough to get me to play this game. It's still not enough.
I mean, I go on to troll people. I'm just gonna write in the chat, haha, and then
Dylan goes on to troll himself and give himself anxiety with a game that makes everybody upset.
I just kind of play Torb and just kind of spam choke points. I have a good time.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to play quick play now.
You got no. I mean, I play comp and just go brainless. It kind of works, but
I feel like you're just torturing yourself, man. Playing comp brainless.
It works, man. Because like the other team, because it's like the games are always like terrible now. But it just this. What side are you on? If you're on the winning side, you're like, oh, this is fun. This is great. I'm 18-0. Great.
I played a game once with Dylan, and I was fucking like I hadn't played in like years or something. Or like I guess I forgot like the ult buttons and whatever, so I like randomly pressed ult. And like I think we were in the game chat and people were just cooking me in the game chat. I'm like, damn, bro, we're in quick play.
Oh yeah, no, you get cooked.
People like sending me messages. I'm like, God damn, bro.
I fucking turned that feature off a long time ago. I was like, I'm not gonna be blamed for this shit.
I gotta participate in the toxicity.
My favorite thing now is like
fuels me, bro.
My favorite thing now specifically in Overwatch 2 is that stats are you can see everybody's stats.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you would just get a message from somebody like, thanks for throwing, and I'm like, I have 4 golds. Like, what do you want me to do? Play better? Like. Bro.
But now it's the other side. Now people are looking at your stats.
Yeah.
Exactly. You only have 2,000.
Exactly.
And it's fun.
It's not fun enough.
Now you start sweating when your stats are low. You're like,
is too bad enough to make up for it, but like I'll still hop on everything.
For the record, this chapter is officially going to be titled Gaming Potpourri, but I also just feel like it's over for Apex. Like I have no drive anymore. Nobody's playing it.
I can't.
It's like I don't.
It's alright.
But then I'm like, what's the next game, man? I played this one Off the Grid, the new BR. It's really weird though. The one that's like Fortnite in the sense that it's third person, but it's futuristic, has like cyborg
Is it on
elements.
PS5?
Yeah, there's an open beta on it right now. I'll show it to you upstairs. It's weird. I don't know. To be fair, I think another thing is I just didn't give it enough attention. I really only played it for like one round last night. But what is cool is the opening intro is pretty dope. It goes in depth. I guess the whole plot of the game, so to speak, is it's kind of like what Apex does, where it's like a real life battle royale, but set in more modern times, where it's not like futuristic. It's like what if Earth actually had like a battle royale for entertainment, and it goes through all the logistics where like to join you have to have like all your limbs amputated and replaced with like cybernetic ones. They go through all like the whole spiel of how people are regenerated, and it basically explains like respawns and stuff. It's weird. If Jose hasn't seen it already, I want to show it to him because he had interest in the game too. But I know he won't play because it's third person, but he might watch it.
To end the gaming discussion, what's the next game then? Are we just gonna hop back on like Fall Guys or some shit? Like,
Listen, I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm down for.
You guys
Fall
didn't
Guys.
hop on the Valorant wave.
It's not for me.
I
tried it.
I don't want Valorant.
I like gunfights too much. In Valorant, you just die in a hit, and you're like, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't better than that guy. But fucking, yeah, I'm just down to play like some old stuff. I'll play Fall Guys. No disrespect to Joey, I'm interested in Black Ops 6. This constant war against Activision.
You gotta make a new account.
It's a pretty close game, also, by the way. It's a 5-point difference last minute, but you know. Either or, I'm moving on to the last thing I wanted to mention because I thought it was really funny. The other day, my mom was in her office and she was doing work. She got a brand new desk, so she's chilling.
Doing work? Yeah. Nice.
But she was like on her break, so she's eating some breakfast or whatever. And on the screen, she's watching like YouTube shorts on a playlist, you know?
Oh, no.
So one of the shorts is, I don't know how to explain it other than it's like a sheet of paper with a sheet of lined paper, and then it has all of those like garbage, like Zeleny, whatever you call it, terms, Sigma, skibbity, all that shit.
It's translations?
And it's translation. So it's the guy's like sus, suspicious, Sigma, the best, like dumb shit like that. And my mom is watching this in awe. Like she's just like, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but why is this? And I'm like, I don't even know. Like to tell you the truth, this has officially gone to a point where I don't understand the internet anymore.
I don't understand the connections.
We're officially old, I think. This is it.
I just think that it's just this generation's version of humor is just going
to shit.
Yeah, just like verbal garbage.
No, it's like because a lot of it is like because that's the thing because it's like. I know it's big in like middle school type of things, but any type of video I've seen of any type of brain rot stuff is people that are like 21. They're like close to our age. They're old. I'm like, they're obviously doing it as like they're either way too into it or it's a parody. Either way, it's gone. Just You know
what else I've noticed too, especially with like content nowadays. I feel like the two very obvious ones with this are the Costco guys. You know, the Boom, Mr. Boom, and Doom, whatever their names are, Big Justice or whatever. Fucking just even the way that content is delivered nowadays, where people have to like yell at you in your face, where they're like, look at this, we got a thing, we gotta do it like that, you know? It's like, I'm not 5. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing, is that the generation that grew up with that's what they watch.
Yeah.
So it's like if you make your content a different way on TikTok, it won't get views.
Right.
In order for TikTokers to make money, they have to make like 20 TikToks a day. So they just fucking grind those shits out. And it just ends up being the same thing.
Yeah. But the reason I bring it up is because I forgot who it was that put it in the chat. I think it was you or you that you put up the video of this guy Eli Manning in the deli with the guy making the chopped cheese. Even they're doing it. He's like, gotta put the cheese on the thing. Yeah. Now we're gonna get the onion. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear people talk like this.
That's how people talk now, Bobby. You just gotta get used to it.
I can only imagine like behind the scenes, like, okay, you're gonna take this and then you're gonna say it like this, exactly like this.
Okay.
Anyway, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about.
You sound so much like Big AJ, bro.
The voice actually fits because I want to talk about working out. Hey, getting muscly, bro. First of all, when are we all getting fucking fit? When are we all just like getting shredded out of our minds?
Shredded out of our.
When are we all just becoming
Fucking
Abercrombie and Fitch
bored.
models? We all just quit this and we lean against the wall at the mall.
I'll be Flabbercrombie and bitch.
I like it. It's right across the causeway, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I started a new workout program and your boy feels great. I haven't really been able to work out consistently in like a month and a half. It went from being sick to getting something else. I forgot what it was. I think I got stomach illness and then I got bit by mosquitoes on the whole side of my body. But point is, I'm back to it and it feels great. I was telling Jerry about it. I had to swing the program to him. The program is designed to make me look like Chris Hemsworth. So in 6 weeks, if I'm fucking super tall, ripped, and have blonde hair and a sick accent, mate,
You're gonna be like, damn, Bobby, what happened?
You'll know why.
Dr. Mike.
You'll know why. I can't do Australian accent. I'm not good at
You
it.
just gotta mispronounce words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Flip R's and E's.
You still working out?
Yeah, it's a little bit here and there, you know. It's been a while since I hit the gym for it, but you know, I do like I have my home workouts. I have my bench and my dumbbells.
Anything counts. It's just
Yeah.
movement, baby.
Word.
Pick things up, lift them down. It's like that Geico commercial.
I need to do it more consistent. The thing is, I do like 2 days, maybe like 2 or 3 days a week, and I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. And it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was also telling you about this program. It's how it basically balances the volume, because it's like Monday through Thursday are fairly light, and then Friday is the hard pushing day.
Right.
And then you have Saturday, Sunday rest.
Right.
So I feel like structure is also a very big play too.
Yeah.
Also, this incredibly close fucking basketball game. This is nuts.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But anyway,
This is preseason.
hey, I'll tell you what. Before I do Jam and Yam, Dylan, give me any accent to do it in, and I'll nail it 100%.
Ooh, Canadian.
Okay. Check it out, family. We're gonna howdy. We're gonna do the Jam and the Yams. Okay, I'll tell you what it's all about.
All right, Connor.
That was like, no, honestly, because it's like, that sounds like that's what people from like Newfoundland sound like.
Yeah, that's
Labrador,
that's
like
what I'm
that.
from. I'm from Newfoundland. Down south, right?
Down
Oh
south.
shit, man.
Oh shit. Man, I don't know where to go with this.
I
man.
will go first.
Yes, please.
Got the Jam and the Yam. I don't know if I've picked this song already. Probably not, but I'm gonna pick the rock version of Twisted by NXCRE. It is an artist I've picked like 3 times before. He covered his own song, but with a live band.
Cool.
So imagine like Michael Jackson, but he's singing with like an emo prog rock band.
Oh,
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
All right, my song of the week is it's gonna be by an artist I listen to a bunch. I don't think I even have a jam from him though. It's a song by Future. It's called Might As Well. Yeah,
Might as well.
it's a pretty good song.
Man, I was like really trying to think about it because I've been listening to some new rap too, and you know, it's been a while since I did it. So here's a little shout out to my non-jam of the week because it's not it. But shout outs to You Man Nature by Saba, No ID. It's a good jam right there. But the actual jam of the week is gonna go to a song that I found weeks ago that I started listening to again. It's like one of those, you know, rediscovered ones.
Yeah.
So shout outs to The Painted Bird by Billy Vicente. It's really cool. It's like it's not fully instrumental, but like the first minute and change is just like an instrumental build-up that's really dope, and then the vocalist comes in. It's like a very proggy kind of song, very up my alley. So shout outs to that.
Nice.
All right, that's all the songs, right?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Cool.
That's 3
Sounds
out of 3.
good. Let's do the quick YouTube mumbo jumbo. Make sure to go ahead and like this episode. Go ahead and subscribe to Team Joystick if you want to help us out a bit. It'd be really cool. Go ahead and subscribe to Spooky Chords. You know, I'll leave that link down below if you want to help the boy. And from all of us here at Saturday Night Live, let's do the thing where we wave at the camera and the music plays. Ready?